Alright guys, it's Chili from O-Town, and I've been in kind of a little bit of a, let me see how to say this, a slump maybe, not really understanding exactly, let me say, not understanding what's going on with my throat lately. So I've been on the LFC this morning. I was having some same outcome. You know, let's see if I tell you. The outputs. Hey, what's up, Midnight? So yeah, what I was saying, I just come on. I was saying that here lately I was choppy. Really? Maybe that was the way I was talking. I was kind of shows that I got a pretty good signal. I haven't dropped any frames. Let me see if I can do something different. Maybe it was just maybe it was the way I was talking. I was jumping back and forth between. It's a little distorted. Huh. Oh, what's going on? Let me see if I can do something different here. Not sure what the issue is. Maybe it was the way I was talking. Because I was talking and my voice was a little bit choppy, I'm going to say, because I was kind of trying to do something and talk and think at the same time and trying to press some other keys. So maybe it's got it back pulled in right now because I'm showing like a real good signal. I haven't shown that it's dropped 0 frames, and I'm running 2.2% on the CPU with 60% frames per second. So it should be doing okay now. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the weather's good here too, so hopefully it's not that. I did just add in a noise suppressor, so that's the first time I've ever had that, but I don't think that would be the problem, but that could be. Not sure it's stored. Not sure what's the issue here. We go back in these filters. I want to remove the noise suppression and just see for some reason did that have something to do with I don't know, maybe now is it any different or is it still the same, because I went ahead and removed the noise suppression filter that I had on my audio, on my video capture, or actually on my microphone audio capture. So maybe that could have been the issue. I'm not sure because I haven't changed anything in this than my normal way I use it. So if it's any different now, I mean, I do have an air conditioner running in the background. Maybe that's an issue. I haven't run it in a while. But it shouldn't really affect the stream. Okay, well, we'll just see how it goes. It could just be the internet. It could just be the service is not sending out a good signal right now. I mean, I'm hardwired in, so it really shouldn't be that, but it could be this ISP. But this is what I was saying. Here lately, I've been in a slump on my throws. I have not been able to get much going. I've been in then today when we had the LFC, I was 4 or 5 shots. I was just doing right below average on the throws. Okay, the sound's better. So something on my video, when I put that noise suppression in, it was doing it. So I took that noise suppressor out. So whatever I had in there, that noise suppressor, I didn't have it set up. I didn't have it configured right or something. But so after LFC or during LFC, when everybody else was shooting, I was trying to figure out what I have been doing wrong. I think I have found one thing that maybe can help me. and so I was gonna give it a few rows and see if it will or won't help me, because I haven't practiced it except for while everybody else was shooting during LFC. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get a few practice rows, a few rows in on live. I'm gonna do the, I'm not doing anything out there on the space bets right away. I'm just doing a 10, 5, and 10 on ATS. The standard 10, 5, 10 that I kind of like to do. If things are working real good, I'll increase it to 25, 25, 25, but just starting out, I'll stay with the 10, 5, 10. I got a $10 pass line, and I'm going to be using the 3, 2, 3, 6 set. So here we go, dice all right. All right, we got to come out 7, 3, 4, double pitch, 3, 4, 7. Let me do something right here. Let me get oh yeah, that camera's look pretty good. I'm just gonna activate it, reactivate it. Sometimes it'll give it a little bit clearer picture. All right, so I'll come out 7. I went for 10 on the front line, and I got a quarter on ATS. I will place a quarter. All right, I do have my stats working, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the come out 7 in. All right, there we go. All right, so that was a double pitch. It was on axis, but it's a double pitch. So we don't really want that neither. That's right. All right, this time we got a 3, 5, 8. The right dice imploded, 3, 5, 8. Implosion on the right dice. All right, so this is how I'm going to go about it today, or this particular shooter here. I'm going to do basically 220, but it's going to be 210, because instead of me putting the $60 on the 8, I'm just going to put the 50 in the odds behind it. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the 6. Nice round. 3, 5, 8. So that's a repeater. 3, 5, 8. Frontline winner. All right. I'm just putting the 220 up, but it's off. Up and off. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. That's right. Three, 2, 5. So this time the right dice exploded. So the left dice is staying on the axis. It's the right dice that's jumping off. That's 3 hits in a row that the right dice has jumped off axis. Dice are out. Six, 4, 10. 6, 4, 10. That was a 6, 4. I think it was on the camera before I went to raking it. 6, 4, 10. I have nothing working on the 10, and that's just a slip up on my part, because generally after I get a first hit, I always get the outsides. All right, so here we go. 6, 4, 10 is marked in the tracker. So we're staying with 3, 2, 3, 6. That's right. 3, 5, 8. So we're on this 3, 5, 8, even though it's an off-axis hit. we've got that 358 like 3 times the 358 for the right dice is imploding. So that's a $70 winner. And we still got, I gotta mark that again. So I see I'm hitting 8s. And I'm throwing the dice set. That's supposed to generate inside numbers, particularly 6s and 8s. So I'm going to go ahead at this point and I'm hopping 6s and 8s. I'm hopping $5 each for the 3 6s and the 3 8s. So I'm hopping the 4-2, the 3-3, the 4-2, and the 5-1 along with the 4-4, 5-3, and 6-2. So 6 of them. I'm hopping 6s and 8s for $5 each. Dice are out. One 5, 1 5 6. This time we have implosion on both dice. So that's that basically pays this. It pays 80 and down, but instead of me going down, I'm just leaving the 30 hops back up, racking 50, marking at 6. 3 2 3 6 on the set. Dice are out. We got box cars. Now this is not particularly, this is definitely not what we try to do. Okay, it's different. Okay, you told me that earlier, I sound better, okay. So box cars, that helps on the ATS, but when we're using the 3236 set, this is not a result that we would typically want to see, because it's going to cost us $30 to re-hop 6s and 8s. Because this particular set, we are not covering any corner numbers. So we're definitely not trying to get off axis and throw it. Dice are out. Alright, 6 4 10. Again, this left dice exploded. Right dice is on axis. We hit a 10. The quarter out there pays 49, so we have to drop the dealer $1. Drop him $1 and he gives us 50. So there's our 50. There's our 50. But we give the dealer, and then we put our
Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
That's off. So yeah, I'm throwing my $30 back up for my hops. I've hit my 10. Alright, so let me mark that 10. Alright, so I still need a 9 and a yoke. I still need a 2, 3, and a 4. So we're going to stay with this set again. We're still trying to get that inside 9. Dice are out. There's a 314 right there. So this is an on-axis single pitch 314. We've got a quarter on it. So for $1, it pays us 50. Mark the 4. Now let's pay a little bit of attention to the ATS. True enough, we need a 9, but we need 4 numbers in all, and 3 of the 4 are homer numbers. So what we do in this situation, we're just going to leave the 4 and 10 up. We did lose this 30, so that's down. We leave our 4 and 10 up. We remove our 9, and we scoot it to the 6 and 8, and we leave the 5 with a quarter on the odds. We're getting $30 6s and 8s. we're getting a $15 field, and we're getting a $20 horn. So we're going to go ahead at this point and change dice sets. When we need these extreme numbers, 3 of the 4 numbers are we need for extremes, we'll go ahead and play a little bit different strategy. This is what Ace and I come up with for chili horn hops, is what I think he called it one day. And it's really not, I mean, it is, the first day I was doing it, I was actually calling it hop bets on the horns, and instead of me just saying horn bets, I was hopping the horns. So that's how he come up with that, but we're really not hopping horns, we're just playing a horn bet. Because it plays the same if you just throw $5 for the horn or $20 for the horn, or if you tell them, if you throw it up there for hopping. I mean, it is on the layout up here for hopping. No, it ain't. It's not even up here on the layout for hops, because it's already out here on the layout. So here we go. So we're looking for extremes with this dice set. Our points are 5, so we will like to hit a 5. But we're basically playing an iron cross with the 4 and 10 covered, and we're playing a horn bit. And there's a yoke. So 6-4-6-5. This is a single pitch on axis hit. So it did what it's supposed to. So this is how it pays. It pays 15 in the field. The yo does. 3 of these horn bets lose. Everything except the yo. The yo bet gets paid 15-1. So it gets paid $75. Alright, it gets paid 75, and then I'm going to replace all the horns. So basically, I just rack 75. That's the shortcut method. Just rack 75, and everything is back up. So now we need a 9. We still need the 2 and the 3, so we're going to stay with this 6-4-6-5, and maybe we can hit the 9, you know, along the way. But I mean, we have the opportunity right now to lay the 9 because we've got $10 on the 35-1 bet. So if we hit the 9, we make $350. If we go ahead and lay the 9, say for what, let's say 180, we would win 120 for the 180. Or actually, we could go to 210 maybe. Let's make 210. 210 to pay us 140. If we hit the 7, we'd make 140. But if we hit the 9, we'd lose the 210, and we'd win 35-1. We'd win 350 minus the 210, so we could still win 140. So yeah, let's go ahead and lay the 9 for 210. I mean, you know, it is 210 that we're putting out there, that we're putting at risk. Right there on the 9, if we hit it, we're going to lose 210. But we got a $10 stall that will pay us 35-1. So that's how I'm going to play it. But I'm going to use the 6-4-6-5 and try to capture the 2 and the 3. Dice roll. And there's a 7. 2, 5, 7. I think that 5 is just barely in the corner right there. Alright, 2, 5, 7. So see that? Let me see what happened on that dice set. So 6, 4, 6, 5. So the left dice actually exploded. 6, 4 dice actually exploded. The left exploded. The right stayed on axis. That one exploded and that one stayed on axis. So the left exploded on that dice set. Created a 7. So we lost all this. You know, this is not the greatest move to lose all your money. We hate that. But we did lay the 9 for 210. So it pays us 140. And 140 we have to give what is that? $7 bill. So $7, and they would actually made us pay that $7 up front to lay that 210. They would have made us pay the $7 big up front, but I'm paying it afterwards because if I would have hit the 9, well, regardless if I would hit the 9 or not, they still supposed to pay the big up front. All right, so there it is. That was a little better than what's been happening lately. That was actually 12 rows and only needed a 2, 3, and 9 to complete a top. Well, a 2, 3, and a 9 would have been all top. All right, so let's go back up with the quarter ATS. Back to $10 pass line. And we did get into a little bit of profits. We had a few good hits that time. So we know we made a little bit of profits because there's 500 here. And we actually picked the extra green up off of that roll. So there's 900 just green and black. That makes 100. So there's our 1,000 right there. We have, there's 76, and we have probably another 75 right there. Plus we've got the quarter up and the pass line up. So yeah, we're in a profit. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're starting this set off, we're starting this back off with 3, 2, 3, 6. We're not putting anything on the place bets, we're just starting off with 3, 2, 3, 6, and we only come out rolling nice around. Four, 2, 6. Right dice exploded. 4, 2, 6. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. Since we are in a little bit of profits, we're going to go ahead with the, we're going to play it in the form of 440. So we're going to put the 120 on the 8. But we only have to put 100 on the 9, on the 6. I mean, we can put the 120 on the 6 and just pay more, but we don't have to. The 100 on the odds is going to pay the same thing, I believe, or maybe almost the same as the 120 on place does. So we're going to do the 440. So 3, 2, 3, 6. We should be able, this is going to be trying to get the 1 hit and regress. Actually, this might be a 2 hit. That's 2, 6, 8. So this is an oh, that was a 6. That was a 2, 6. So this is an on-axis primary hit, 2, 6, 8. We got 120 on it. It pays 140. So it pays 140, so our very first move with this one is to go ahead and get the 4 and 10 for 70 each. We want to get, we're just going to do 50 each. That 140, basically we're doing that 140. But if we're going to put it at 70, we might as well go to 80, because you're going to pay the big on the dollar. You're going to pay an extra dollar from anywhere from 61 to 79. So if you're going to pay it, so I'm just going to stay at you can either go 59 or just stay at 50. That way I've only got to pay $2 big. If it hits. Alright, let me mark that 8. Alright, so again, we're going for this hit. We're going for the second hit with the 440. Dice are up. And we got the 5, 3, 8. This is an on-axis single pitch. We hit our 8 again. So now that we've got our 2 hits with 440, now is the time to regress. So we move everything down to the 220 inside, basically the 220 inside. That's what we're going after now. So we don't have to have 100 on the 6 no more. We only got to have 50 back there. We're going for 220 inside now. Now we're back. We took 2 hits with the 440 up so that we could take the first one, spread to the outside. The second hit, regress. So we're going back to the 3-2-3-6. But here's what we're going to do now. So we're back to the 3. Okay, so we're going to take, yeah, we're going back to 220. So we're looking for one more hit right here with a regress. Nice route. Now we got the 5-6 yoke. This is an on-axis double pitch yoke. 5-6 yoke. Alright. So we didn't get our second hit. We're still looking for, we didn't get another hit. So we're looking for a hit with 220. We're not looking for a roll with 220. We're looking for a hit. That's right. We didn't make it. We got a 5-2-7. Right dice exploded. 5-2-7. I throw the dice short and they rolled. Did too many rolls till they got to the back wall. But when we had our 440, we took one hit. We took in regresses, so we did not leave all of our profit on the board. Now we probably lost a little that time, just because of the fact we were playing the ATS. But I'm not certain that we did or didn't, because we did pick up like 2 extra blacks that time. But anyway, here we go. We're going to get one more roll in maybe here, and we're going to go ahead. We're going for the 10, 5, and 10 on ATS again. I'm not going to bump it up yet. We're not rolling good enough to be trying to go for 25, 25, 25. So what we're going to do is fresh roller, 3-2-3-6, dice route. Four, 5, 9. There's the 5. Finally, we got the 9. The right dice imploded. 4, 5, 9. There's the first 9, I believe, in the day. Let's go ahead and do a 440 again. But on the 9, we're going to put it here. We're assuming this is a 10-time odds. If it's a 3, 4, 5-time odds table, we'd have to put the $100 on the 9. We're going to put it in odds here and just assume that this is a 10-time, because a lot of tables that I'm seeing now are mostly, yeah, I know, midnight. A lot of tables I'm seeing now are mostly 10s and 20-time odds. So if you're at a casino that's only allowing 3, 4, and 5 times, you know, depending on your number, this would be if I was at a 3, 4, 5, I could only go 4 times this. I could only go 40 right here. Yeah, that was nasty. That 7 was nasty. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. Let's see. Nice route. 5-6 yo. So the 5-6 yo is an on-axis and a double pitch. Actually, it's a double pitch. 5-6. That helps nothing. It just gives us more risk, more exposure that our dice, that our money is on the board for more rolls. Dice roll. Six, 5 yo. This time we have a drift. We have an explosion left, implosion right, drift. So that's another another road that our money is at risk. Now, I could try Midnight Madness as I could be trying the trigger strategy. Haven't played that in a while, but it's probably not the strategy that's getting me more or less my shooting. That's son of a gun. 4-3 double pitch 7. That is sure enough ouch. Because I had the 440 up and never was able to take a collect at all. Because I hit a point, hit 2 goes, and then a 7 out. So that really hurts. It actually is not 440, it's just the 420. But on that note, we have to actually grind back now. So I haven't done this ever, and don't know if I will ever do it. But I'm going to pull out one of I'm going to go ahead and go back with the 10, 5, and 10 on ATS. I'm going to go back with the $10 pass line. And I'm going to go ahead and do the 440. On the inside. And I'm going to work to come out. Have to try to grind back now. We'll have to really try to grind back now. So I thought I might have had found a little bit of a solution to my dice grip. Actually, my pickup zone was what I changed. So, let me see. 3-2, 3-6, working to come out. That's right. 369. Now it is sitting on the wall, but it would be called a 9. It's just barely on that wall, so it definitely would be at 369. That's an on-axis single pitch, working to come out. It pays 140. So we're going to take that 140 and we're going to go 70 there and 70 on the 10. We got to try to grind back. We're going to put this. We're going to assume this is a 10 time odds or 20 time odds. So our new point. Hey, what's up, Clay? What's up, Robert? What's going on, guys? 3-2, 3-6 on my set. I'm trying to make a comeback. I had a 0.7. I had a 440 up, and I hit a come out 9, then I hit 2 goes, and then a 7, and it knocked my 440 off. So I'm trying to make a comeback now and grind back up. Recover some. Nice round. Four, 6, 10. 3-2, 3-6, 4, 6, 10 is a single pitch. On axis, single pitch. It got 60 on it, so it's going to cost me a $3 bid. I'm supposed to have 70 on it. That's what I said. I was putting 70 when I took that first $140 hit. I just didn't put enough money up. So I got 70 on it. It's going to cost me a $3 bid, so there's the nickel. Alright, the 70 is going to pay me the 140 again for the $3. And this is where I regress. I'll go ahead. After I take the first hit I take on that, I buy the outsides. The second hit, I regress. I basically regress to 220 I basically regress to 220, but I'm going to leave the 50, I'm going to leave quarters on the outside. So that's what I'm doing there. Alright, so that's what I'm doing. I'm leaving the quarters on the outside, and I'm regressing the 440 down to 220. Alright, here we go. 3-2, 3-6 on the set. Dice are out. And we got a 426. 426. Got 60 on it, pay 70. Pay 70. I never regressed the 9. I was supposed to regress that down to 50 also. Alright, so now that I have now that I regressed to the 220 and I had one more hit, I changed it all the way up now. I take my 6 and 8 completely down. I go my 5 and my 9 to quarters each. Actually on the 9 I'm going with 30. Pays better when it's even. And then I start hopping for, I'm going to leave the 4 and 10 like they are. I'm hopping 6s and 8s. All 6s and 8s for $5 each. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the 6. Dice are out. And we hit a 4, 5, 9. So our 9, our hops are down. We get paid, we got 30 right there, so it pays 45. So it pays 50 for a nickel on the back in the eyes, and then on the $10 place front line. Alright, so we made our point. We don't have much money on the board. That was a 4, 5, 9. Our right dice imploded. Alright, so we don't have a lot of place bets working. So I'm not even going on. I mean, I got $75 up. Everything else was on the 6s and 8s were hops, and then I had money here. So I'm not playing any. I'm not doing anything working on the come out. It's just establishing a point. So dice are out. Alright, we got a 4, 2, 6 again. The right dice exploded. 4, 2, 6. So now our point is on a 6. So we have to get the 9. We've got the 4, the 10, the 9, the 5, the 9. We're hopping 6s and 8s for nickels each. We have to mark the 6. Let's mark the 6. So our point's a 6. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the 6. Here we go. Dice are out. $3, 5, 8. 3, 5, 8. So it basically pays 70. It basically plays 80 and down. But instead of me taking the 80 and down, I leave the 30 up. Rack 50. Mark the 8. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the 6. Utilizing hot bits. That's all I'm doing. Trying to utilize hot bits. Getting familiar with the payouts. Getting familiar with the increases on money amounts. Dice are out. $4, 5, 9. 4, 5, 9. We got a quarter on it, so it pays 35. We're going to replace our hot bits for 30, so we gain a nickel. We mark the 9. So what this basically is doing, this is helping us. This is helping us hit numbers for the ATS, and we're using the dice set, and we're hopping the numbers that's supposed to be most prevalent, which is the 6s and 8s. Yeah, the 5 and 9 is on this 3, 2, 3, 6 dice set, but the 6s and 8s are on there more. The 6s and 8s have more probability of hitting than the 5 and 9 for this dice set. And in particular, the hard way 6s and 8s. That's what's really we're looking for. So we're going to do it again. 3, 2, 3, 6. We got a $30 hop. We're working all $5 bets for the 3 6s to 3 8s. We're looking for a 6. Our point is a 6. Dice roll. One, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. So this time our left dice imploded. 1, 3, 4. We got a quarter on it. So it basically pays us 49. So we're going to lose the hops, and we're going to get paid 49. We can get paid 50 for 1. 50 for 1. Because generally they're going to make you pay that big up front. The casinos what I've already seen. Alright, so now I went ahead and tried it one more time. We did pick up a second number on the small, but the most numbers that we're needing now is the extremes again. We need the extremes and the 5. So we're moving our 9, we're moving it to an 8. We've got our 5, we're getting a $15 field, and we're playing the horns for $5 each. $5 horns. Oh, we got to get a $25 in odds on our 6, or we could put a 30 up there, but we're just gonna play it 25 in odds here. And we're using the 6, 4, 6, 5 cross 6s, shooting for some horn numbers. Shooting for horns. Here we go. Dice are out. We do this crap every time we change dice sets. This was happening a while back, and I quit changing dice sets behind this move. But it's not like one of the worst things to do. 6, 4, 6, 5. Our right dice imploded. Right dice imploded. Created at 3. Our left dice stayed on axis, our right dice imploded. So that backfired on us. It's not really backfired. 3, 4, the 4, 3, 7 could have come just as easy with using the other dice set. So it's not really backfired, it's just part of the game. We're utilizing hot bets, trying to come up with a way to hit the ATS, and more importantly, trying to put less money on the table to win bigger amounts. So like utilizing the hot bets, if you're throwing on axis and they're hitting, 50. If you're playing an inside dice set, the 3V, and you're getting 50% consistency hits, you're going to make more money by hopping than you are by place bets. It's just, you have less money at risk, and you get paid bigger amounts when they win. True enough, you've got to re-up on every roll, but they pay so much better. To me, it makes more sense. Now my SOR is very low now. My bankroll is not terrible. Let's see, I've got 400 there, 500 there. Between what green and what red I've got, not this red. That's 500 there. I'm pretty sure right here I've got another 500, so I'm about even on bankroll. I haven't really lost no money on bankroll, even though I had that 440 that got knocked in the head on the 7 that got knocked in the head on the come out 9, yo-yo, and then 7. I lost 440 on that. The bankroll is not doing bad. The SOR is doing bad. But I have to contribute a little bit of the bankroll not doing so bad is because, like, if I can get a few hits, you see how I change dice sets, I'll move some money down, but I regress. So Let's go and give it another rip. We'll go $10 on the pass, and we're gonna go the same $25 ATS, which is 10, 5, and 10. We're not putting any place bets out from the start. We're just shooting a 3-2, 3-6, going back with the 3V for the come out, and we're going for the to set the point. Dice roll. All right, we got a 1-3. We got a 1-3-4. Left dice imploded. 1-3-4. All right, so the 4 is not the worst number to have on the come out because we are, unless we just hit buckshots right back right now, we have an opportunity right here to get another inside hit and then get the 4 and 10 instead of putting more money up for the 4 right now. So 3-2, 3-6, we're still using the 3V set. Trying to get more inside, trying to get 2 inside hits. Nice roll. And we got the 6-3-9. So this time our left dice exploded. We hit the 9. So it pays 70. So the 70. Now that we got 70, we've got our first hit. We are using some of this money now for the outsides. We use all of that money for the outsides. So these first 2 or 3 rows gives us an opportunity to decide, are we hitting enough, are we hitting on axis enough to change our strategy and go into hops? Or should we just regress and stay with the place bets? That's what these first 2 or 3, 4 rows should help determine. So we got a 5-3-8. So 3-2, 3-6, we hit a 5-3-8. That's an on-axis single pitch. Now, whichever strategy we're playing, normally we're playing some kind of inside betting. And our first hit, we always get the outside, and our second hit, we always regress. But, so that gives us 3 or 4 rows. So what that does, that allows us at this point in time to decide, are we getting enough consistent hits that we want to regress and play hops? And I think we are. I mean, I think we are. It might be too early to tell, but then again, this puts less money on the board. Look, if I was not playing the hot bet, I would have 30 here and 30 more on the board. So what I'm doing, I am racking this 30. Now, I know this 30 is for one shot. But like I said, if you're getting consistency on axis, you're going to make more money by the hops. So we just want to play it this way, the hops. And we're going to see if it will allow us to get our, we're really trying to hit an ATS. And there's 2-2, there's a hard way forward. So we didn't hit our 8 or 6. Our right dice actually imploded. No, excuse me, our right dice exploded and got on a 2. But that's okay. We hit our point. So we have money on the 4. So that's going to help pay for the hot bets that we just lost. So we got a quarter on the odds and it pays 2 to 1. It pays 50. So we have our, if we were replaying our hops, there it would be, and we would still have $55 more to shoot with. So we're still profiting money. But this is a come out again, so we're not playing, we're not working any place bets on the come out. 3-2, 3-6, we're still shooting this 3-2, 3-6 set. Because we haven't hit enough numbers on the ATS to move off of it yet. So I'm still shooting the 3V. Nothing working on the place bits. Dice roll. Good thing it wasn't working. We have a double pitch. 3-4-7. So we hit our 7 on the come out. That's a come out 7. We win 10 on the front line. We re-up our quarter on ATS. So there that is. Go ahead and turn this in. For black. Alright. So we're on a new come out. That resets our ATS for what little bit that we did have covered. We didn't have many numbers covered already, so no issues. Nice route. Five, 2, 7. Come out 7 again. So this time our right dice exploded. Our left dice stayed on axis. 5, 2, 7. Right dice exploded. So $10 front line and a re-up the $25 ATS because another come out. Now these can get expensive if you're playing a big ATS. I'm only playing a $25 total ATS, but sometimes when I'm playing 75, I might do something different. If I'm playing quarters for 25, 25, 25, I might want to hop this reds or something on the come out, you know, just to help protect that come out setting. Or do a lay strategy. Andrew's got some great lay strategies. Wager talks about some lay strategies. He does real good on anything but 10s. VDC, we got a 5-1-6. So this is an on-axis primary hit. VDC's got the trendsetter, which is still above and beyond my knowledge. My scope of knowledge at the moment. Haven't learned enough about it to be able to participate in using it. Let me say it that way. I have not learned enough about the trendsetter strategy to be able to utilize anything off of it. I mean, I do understand the concept of the ladders. I do know one of the points about the general rule about the yo following up, come out 5. You know, but there's some of those small things, but I'm not understanding the overall scope of it, like when to lay, how much to the units, when to put 2 place bets. I don't know all the good parts of it yet. All right, I'm doing the $30 hops again, so I don't have to put any odds up. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. I'm still using 3V. Dice are out. Five, 1, 6. No, excuse me. 1, 5, 6. So this time we have implosion on both dice. But hey, we hit our point. We hit our point, and we was hopping the 5-1-6 for a nickel. So it pays 75. It actually pays 80 and down. It pays 80 and down because we don't work the come outs. We don't work. I'm not working the come outs. So it's 80 and down. All right, 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Dice are out. Four, 4, hardway 8 on the axis, primary hit. 4, 4. So now we've got our 8. So we've only hit the 6 and 8s. So we're going back with the hops again now. We've got our place bets working, which is our 5, 9, and 10. We don't even have our 4 up. We're going to go ahead and get our 4. We had bought it, we had paid for it earlier, it paid for itself, but I pulled it down, so I don't know why. But either way, it's back up. 3, 2, 3, 6. Reset. Nice route. $6.5, yo. 6.5, yo. That's not helping us. That helps on the ATS, but it's completely off axis. Both dice, it was actually a drift. So we have to re-up our 30. Hops. And it's okay to have to re-up to 30 a time or two, because when they hit, they pay so good. But if you're re-upping them every single time and you're not getting half of your die set is not hitting on axis, you know, that's not something you continue to do. But if you're getting 50% consistency, 50% hits on axis, then hot bits are better. Nice route. Alright, here we go. 628. 628. So we made our point. Our hot bets worked. They pay 80 and down. And we get paid $10 on the front line. We made our point. So the only difference is that I'm not doing, that I should be, is pressing. If I'm going to press, I need to press the 5 and 9 both, and then instead of hopping for 30, I'm going to hop for 60. And I need to add just a little bit more money to the 4 and 10. So it's 30 and 30. That way, if the 4 or the 10 hits, that $30 is going to pay. I mean, I can make it 35 and 35, and that way I can rack a tad bit of money. I'm going to have to pay the big, and when it gets paid, it's going to cover the $60 hops. That would be a way to press. All right, you keep going in that manner, but I'm not working any come-outs. So I'm using the 3-2-3-6, but I'm not working any come-outs. But I have up and pressed my bets. So whenever I get a point established, $5, $4, $9 on axis, single pitch, 5, 4, 9. So what I do there, I can leave the $50, but I'm gonna put it in odds. Because in odds, it's going to pay me 75 if I hit right here, where this 50 right here will only pay me 70. It's just a matter of where you put it. Alright, so now, I'm going ahead and mark that 9. I'm going ahead with $60 hops on, so that's $10 all 6s and 8s. 3-2-3-6 on the 6. Dice route. 4, 6, 10. 4, 6, 10 on axis, single pitch. 4, 6, 10. We got $35 on it, so it's going to cost us $1. And it's going to pay 70. Alright, let me look at something right quick. Let me go ahead and put the 10 in the tracker. All I need is a 12. Alright, so I'm just going to let them have this hop. I'm not going to re-up it. I'm just going to take my $70 for my $1. That 35 cost $1 big. And it wins 70. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just taking this, not replacing the 6 and 8 hops. I need a 12 to complete a tall. I'm going to pull that 4 and 10 down, and I'm going to utilize it in another manner, which is a $25 5, a $30 6. $30 8. I don't even need any odds on my 9 anymore. I'm doing a $15 field and a $20 horn. I'm trying to get these. I'm going to use the 6465 set. I'm trying to get this 12 and complete the top. Dice route. Alright, we got the 639, but we didn't get the 6612. So our right dice actually imploded. 639, our point is made. Alright, we lose our horn, but it pays us 10 on the pass line, and it pays us 15 in the field. So if we just leave 20 of that out there, we can re-get our horn. We can put our $5 in our rack. We cut our puck off. But we are going to be working to come out. 6465, we are working to come out. Dice route. 6-5, yo! Dang, I thought I had that 12. So this is an on-axis single pitch. We hit the yo. That's a double winner. It pays 50. It pays 10 on the line. No, it's actually a triple winner. It pays 15 in the field, and the yo $5 yo pays $75 on the horn. Boom. So that's a triple winner. We replace our horn bets, and we rack $85. We mark our yo. Doesn't mark our yo. Alright, same scenario. 6465 on the dice set. We are working. Dice are out. Oh, 6, 4, 10. Dang, I thought we had this yoke. I mean this 12. 6, 4, 10, single pitch. We lose our horn, but we win 15 in the field. So we have to get the dealer 5 along with the 15 we just won to replace our horn. So mark that 10. So sometimes what I'll do, I'll leave the 4 and I'll leave money for the 4 and the 10 just to help when the 4 and 10 comes. It just helps replace the horn money. That's all it does. I mean, right now I've only had to invest $5 more to stay where I'm at. Dice roll. You can see on that come out how that yo come. It was enough that I could replace a few $5 hits from 4 10. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. We've got a $30 6. It's going to pay $35. The $35 is going to have to replace the field and replace the horn. So the 6 is only something. The Iron Cross is only kind of working to help to supply the horn money. So we're doing a 6, 4. 6, 5. We're looking for a 10, but we're looking for a 12. If we can get to 12, we've got $10 on the top. Gotcha. Ah, 2, 5, 7. 6, 4, 6, 5 on the dice set. The left dice imploded. Left dice imploded to create a 2. The right dice stayed on the axis. 6, 4. The left dice imploded. The right dice stayed on axis, and the left dice imploded. 2, 5, 7. So that was so close. So close, but couldn't finish. But basically, here's what I was trying to do today. Let me see, that 7 out's going to hurt my SOR once again. It took it down to just barely to below 8, which is way below what we are wanting. Hang on a minute, excuse me. Alright guys, sorry about that. Excuse me for just a moment. So basically, I've been having some real bad sessions as of late. And again, you can see that the SOR is at 7.7, so it's still kind of bad. Bankroll wise, I mean, the sessions I've been having, okay, let me put it this way. I'm going to try to make it sound simple. When I say I've been having some bad sessions lately, that's been consistent of bad rolls and loss of money. I thought I made a tweak to my toss or to my pickup during the LFC this morning while the others were shooting. I was trying to figure out what's been going on. So I wanted to come on live today and practice a little. I think that I made a change today that's starting to help. SOR wise, it's still not doing a lot of difference. But it could have been, because the SOR could have been below the 7.7. I don't even know what the SOR has been lately. But I had 2 shots this morning on LFC, and I only probably had a total of 10 shots between the 2. And so I haven't been doing great on roll on SOR at all. But money wise, right now, after 46 rolls, there's 500 and there's 500. So there's my $1,000 buy-in. I'm still up $131 after 46 rolls, and I have not hit an ATS. So the ATS didn't do it. It's the utilizing hops and it's the regressions, because my SOR is 7.7, so it's definitely not like I've had long rolls. But so anyway, what I said, I made some adjustments, or I'm trying to make some adjustments on my pickup and on my throw, because I've been having bad results of late. So whatever adjustments that I might have made on my throw might have helped a little bit on the way I've been betting. Alright, so I've got 46 rolls in. I've been on here for over an hour. I mean, I have other stuff to do outside today. I've been outside most of the day working on stuff, but I think I've got time for a little bit longer of rolls. There's a $25 ATS, 10, 5, and 10. I got a $10 place bet. I mean a $10 pass line. We're going to go ahead and get aggressive. We're going to go ahead and get aggressive, and we're going to shoot for the 440 with a 3V set, working on the come out. Just because I feel like I've made some adjustments, and my confidence is like I can get a point established. That's right. .314. So we got a point established, and it is an on-axis single pitch point, but it's not a number we have money on. So that's an on-axis hit. 3236 314 is an on-axis single pitch hit, but I don't usually play the outside numbers until after I've had an inside hit. The inside hit on the first hit usually goes to my outside numbers. So let's give it another rip with 440 at risk. Nice her out. Alright. You see what happened? Double pitch. 437. Lost our 440. So, excuse me again, sorry. So that was one of the worst shots all day long. 0.7 out. I have not had that all day. So now, what we really have to do is, sure enough, get back. Put the $10 pass line back up, $25 ATS back up. So those are back up. We've got 440 out there. Let's go back with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We put our 440 back up. Now that 440 getting wiped out and this investing in the 440 again, that I just talked about how bankroll we was ahead, but that quick, that 0.7 out with 440 working, took the bankroll for a massive hit. But we're going for this again. We're working to come out 3236 3V6. Nicer out. Two, 3, 5. 3236 on the die set. We hit a 325 working. So that pays us 140. We get a 140 back, but we're going to take it in green so that we can get the outsides. So we've got 70 working on the 10, and we've got 70 working on the 4. All right. So our points are 5. That was an on-axis single pitch. 3236 on the set. Nice round. My goodness. My goodness. Took ourselves out. 440. Up and down. Wow. 7 out. Pushed the SOR to barely above average. So maybe the adjustment I made on the grip has not turned out to be successful. I hate ending the session in bad terms. I'm going to go ahead and take another $1,000 bankroll. Wow. 0.7 out, then 1 hit and 7 out. That was terrible. I took another $1,000 basically, as George calls a marker. I've got 440 plus 10, that's 450, and a $25 ATS. So that's 475. I'm going to put the 500, take a quarter. So I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. I am working to come out. 440. See if we cannot get this hit. Nice for that. 6-5, yo. line winner. 6.5. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set again. Nice route. Come out, 7. Bang! 440 down. ATS down. Come out 7. Winner. 440 and 25. That's 465. So we take 35 and change out of 500. We're back up. Alright, so we see that this something ain't right. Something definitely is not right. Nice route. 440 working. 516 on axis, primary hit. 5-1. Page 140. We're going to take it in green and red. That way we can put 70. 70 on the 4 and 70 on the 70 on the 4, 70 on the 10. Our new points is 6. Alright, we really got to do some. We got to do some good concentration right here. 3, 2, 3, 6. Gosh. 3, 2, 3, 6. Right dice exploded. 5, 7 out. Oh my gosh. We are below. We're at exactly average on SOR. Right here in the past 10 rows, we were in a positive after 46 rows. We had a $131 profit after 46 rows. SOR was sitting at 7.7. 8 rows later, we were $2,000 in the hole. So we lost $3,000 that quick. We're not 3,000 in the hole. We're 2,000 in the hole. We're not even 2,000 in the hole. We've got a couple of hundred right here. Got 200. We might have about 250 right here. But we got 300. We've already got two. We was to the positive 1,100. We had $1,131. We started with 1,000, so we had $131 profit after row 46. Row 47 and 48 made a 0.7 out. We lost 440 working. And then the next row we had like 2 rows and a 7 out. Then the next row 0.7 out or come out 7 or something to that effect. So we've been stinging our 440s. We've been stinging. That was a 0.7 out. We've had 2 0.7 outs in the last 8. Man, that actually wasn't a 0.7 out. It was a point established. We hit a first row, we spread it to the outside, and then we settled out. Wow. We are like super in the hole now. We're going to go ahead and make this. We're going to try to recover here. We're actually just going to go on full tilt. We got a whole another 1,000 from the bank. We upped our ATS, and we're going $10 on our pass line. And we've got our ATS working. There's 10, and there's the pass line and the ATS. All right, here's the other 1,000. So we got to go back to 440. So we get 60 out of that. get $60 back off of that. So there's the 60 in return. So we got our 60 in return. Wow. Man, that's hard, Robert. Win it back in 10 rows. I lost it quick. Wow, that was very quick. From row 46, I was $131 profit, and now at row 54, I've had to get 3 markers. So in 8 rows, I've got $3,000. Well, I've got 2 more $1,000 markers. Because I was 1,000 in from the start, then I've got 2 more 1,000. So right now, I owe the bank $3,000. We'll see if we cannot do this. We're going to work the come out. 3-2, 3-6. Dice are working. I mean, debts are working. 369. 369 on the come out. We have a 9. Let's put the 9 in. Yep, it does happen to us all. It just really sucks. I was up. I was feeling okay. My SOR wasn't that great, but I was feeling okay. All right, I was working. So I'm going to put 50. I'm going to put 70 on the $140 winner right there and spread that to the outside. And here we go. 3-2. 3-6 on the 6. Nice wrap. Three, 5, 8. 3, 5, 8. So that's 140. Now, we've had enough 7s that we might just start going full tilt and press like crazy. But we shouldn't go on tilt. You know what? We're just going to kind of have to do it. We're just going to kind of have to do it. So that 140, we're going to have to reinvest that. We're going to have to press. That was a $140 winner, so we're going to take 110 of it and shoot it straight back in just like that. We're going to press our insides with inside hits. We're going to press our outside with outside hits. We're just going to have to try to go for it. Dice are up. $145. So we got a 145. So 125 pays 175. Like I said, we're just gonna have to kind of go for it. So the inside hits are pressing the inside bets. The outside hits are pressing. So every time, so that's 175. So we're going to just press it up using 110. So we're pressing the inside by 110. And it was a $175 winner, so we still racked $65 profit. So here we go, 3-2, 3-6. Dice rack. All right, we got a 134. 134. We've got 70 on it, so it's going to pay 140 itself for $3. So $2 change out of the 5, and it pays 140. Now that was the first hit on it. Let's go ahead. We've got. Let's go ahead and get that into 75. And this is the 75. So we got 75 and 75. Now, wait a minute, we got 70 and 70. We can do better than 75. It paid us, yeah, we'll do 75 and 75. That'd be good for a moment. Three, 2, 3, 6 on the dice set. Dice are out. Three, 5, 8. 3, 5, 8. We've got 180 on it. It's going to pay 210. It's going to pay 210. Let me mark the 8. That was an 8. We're going to do the same bet. We've got our bets up to working pretty good right now, but we do need to be thinking about, instead of regressing, maybe just take a couple of hits and play. Just take a couple of same bets. If we take a couple of same bets, we might not should lose when the 7 comes. But what we're hoping to establish is a long roll and maybe hit the ATS. Four, hard way 8. Hard 8, that's a primary hit, hard 8. So again, this 180 up there, it pays 210. So now we've collected 2 times on 210. We're just going to do the same bet again. That's 420 that we know we've put in our rack. We started with 440, and every row that we was pressing, we was getting to put a little bit in our rack. Maybe it was 10, maybe it was 30. But now we should be at a point where we do not have to regress. We should be at a point to where we can just press, as Bird Dog says it, to the moon. Nice well. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. That's our point made. We've got 150 up there on the place bet. It pays 210. And we get $10 on the front line. 210. Alright, so our point's been made. We are actually starting to push the SOR up just a tiny bit. Not real good, but a little bit. We need a 10, 11, 12. We need a 2, 3, and a 6. So it's too early to move to a different set. We're going to cut the place bets off. No, we're not cutting the place bets off. We're working. Dice are out. And we've got a reason to cut the place bets off on the come out. 2 7s. Come out 7. Bang! We was doing great, and we worked the place bets on the come out, and we got stoned. $10 pass line winner. $25 re-up on the ATS. Place bets get hit. Good thing that we took some of those bets. That way we did lose, but we didn't really lose our money. We lost money that we had accumulated, which is it still hurts because we had those bets working good. They were moving, they were getting bigger. Ouch. That stung. All right, we're working again. We don't have the outside. All we have is the there are sorry, excuse me. Excuse me, sorry. I was checking something out. I had some text messages coming in. All right, so that was a come out. We're back on. I've got the 440 back up. Everything's paid. We got the ATS back up. We restarted on it. We have the pass line working. We have the placements up and on. Dice are out. Three, hardway 6. That's a primary hit. 3-3. Hard 6. That pays 140. We're immediately going to the outside. Look at 140. So now we have the outsides covered. We have everything covered. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the dice set. Dice are out. 5-5 hardway 10. Now that's an off axis. Our right dice actually imploded, created the hard 10. Left dice is on axis. We got 70 on it, so it cost $3 for 140. Now I'd said a while ago that we was just gonna have to kind of go and tilt. It's just the come out 7 give us a whack for a moment. So let's collect some of this. We don't have to collect it all. So we got 75 now on the 10, 75 on the 4. Let's go ahead and get these for 200. I'm gonna get them in green. I probably should have just did one. But I went ahead and changed them. 2 rows of red for the $200 worth of green. All right, here we go. We made a hard 10. Appreciate it, Robert. You have a good evening, sir. I'll talk back with you in a bit, maybe. I might still be here. I have to do something right there. Okay. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Dice are out. Alright, we got a 6, 4, 10. 6, 4, 10. We got $75 on it, so it pays, costs $3 gig. 2 and change. It pays $150. So we're just going to press it and press it and rack 100 and press the 4 10 by quarters each. Three, 2, 3, 6. Dice are out. Double pitch, 4, 3, 7. So just when we were starting to work our bets back up, working our SOR back up, we come out with a 7. Boom. And knock it off. So whatever I'm doing here lately, it hasn't been working. I have to find a solution to this, because it's frustrating to have these low SORs. I don't know what has happened lately. I was having some good rolls, some good sessions for a while, and then I get into a little bad slump. 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 14, 17. I've got 14, 17. Got 14, 17 after 65 rolls. You know, I'm probably not going to be back on tonight, because when I end this session, I'm probably going to have to go find probably going to have other stuff I'm going to have to go do. So let's just do this just do it this way. Get that red change. Let's just do it this way because it might not be back. Let's go ahead and get the 5. Let's go ahead and get the 4 and 9. I mean the 4 and 10 for 50 each. $10 pass, $25 ATS. Try this again. We're working to come out. 3236. Faster out. 437 on the come out. .437. The blue glass was on 4. I don't know if it was in the camera. If it wasn't in the camera, whenever I hit it, it turned to a 4, turned to a 2, just like it did that time. 437 on the come out. Wow. Wow. Come out, 7. Knock the 440 and the 50 off. No, 540 off. Wow. Frontline winner. ATS back up. 440 and 100. 540. There's 550. The dealer owes me $10. Wow. 550 for the come out 7. Ah. 3236. You know what? Forget that crap. Forget that. I'm going with the 4-3. I'm going with the 4-2. 3-5. All 7-6. I'm working to come in. Nice right. Primary hit whenever I'm using the all 7 sets. I hit a primary hit. I don't think you know what? I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm done for the day. Anybody out there, that's just hilarious. I am shooting a 3V and I am hitting 7s after 7s, double pitching will come out. I changed to a 4-2, 3-5, all 7 set. On the come out, I hit a primary hit and knocked my 440 off again. So I'm going to be calling it there. I'm just done there. I've had 66 rows. I'm just done. I'll just come back later and I will try again, or I'll catch it up tomorrow. But I can no longer keep fighting this beast. This has been a day that this has been a session that I have to just kind of have to try to learn from my mistakes and move on. But on that note, anybody and everybody that might still be there or that have tuned in, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to call it right there. chilifromOtown, dice are out.